Hello everyone, this is Nelson from the College Panda, and you're watching part 5 of the SAT calculator series for the TI-84. So in part 4, I taught you guys how to download programs onto your calculator, and in this video, I'll be introducing the College Panda calculator program that I specifically wrote for the SAT. Now, if you don't have it, don't worry, you can check out the description below for details on how to get it. Or, as I showed you in the last video, there are some okay alternatives out there, one of which I'll be showing a bit later. First, let's talk about why you should even bother with calculator programs. Some programs are so effective that they're essentially a cheat code for the SAT. They allow you to get through certain questions, sometimes very complicated ones, very quickly and easily. By doing complicated calculations for you, they cut down on the number of stupid mistakes and increase your accuracy. You end up saving a ton of time. So the question is, why doesn't everybody use them? The problem is that most students don't have the awareness or the time to figure out which calculator programs they should be using and how to use them. Look at how it typically plays out. First, you have to download and evaluate a bunch of programs to see if they do what they're supposed to. A lot of them don't work, and even when they do, they might not apply to the question types you'll see on the SAT. So you wind up with a dozen programs on your calculator that you're not very familiar with and that you're not sure will be helpful. Finally, on test day, you have to sift through all of them to find the right one for the question you're currently doing. You fiddle with your calculator a bit and then give up once you realize the clock is ticking and you never take advantage of what your calculator can do. This situation, which I've seen again and again, is why I wanted to take all the calculator programs students would ever need on the SAT and put them all in one place. As long as you know how to use this one easy-to-use mega program that I created, you'll know exactly where to look during the exam. So to show you this program, which is called Panda SAT, we'll demonstrate the lines feature in this video, and we'll talk about some of the other functionality in part 6. So going in, we see 2 points, point and slope, standard form, and slope intercept. Hopefully these are all terms and concepts that you know from algebra class. So what happens if we go to 2 points? Well, it's going to ask us for the coordinates of the first point. So let's say that it's 9, -5. And the second point is 4, 3. Once I press enter, it's going to output all the information that I could possibly want from knowing 2 points. So it's going to give me the slope-intercept form of the line that passes through the 2 points, which in this case is y equals -1.6x plus 9.4. Then it's going to give me the standard form of the line, which is 8x plus 5y equals 47. Then it's going to give me the slope of a line that's perpendicular to this one, and the x and y intercepts. So once I'm on the home screen, I can press enter to get back into the program. Now what happens if I have a point and a slope? So it's going to ask me to input the point, 5, 6, and let's say the slope is -3. Again, we see all the information that we saw earlier. The slope-intercept form of the line that has that slope and passes through that point is y equals -3x plus 21, and so forth. So you're starting to see how this works. Going back in, now let's say that I have the standard form of a line. It's going to ask me for the coefficients of x and y. So let's say it's -3, 4, and c is 8. We see the same information. And lastly, if I go to the lines menu again, and I have the slope-intercept form of the line, then I can input my slope m, which is -3, and b, let's say that it is 8. And again, it gives us all the information that we could want from knowing the slope-intercept form of a line. So the nice thing about this program is that it doesn't make us navigate through a lot of menus to figure out what we want. We just input what we have, then it outputs everything that we might need. So if you don't have the College Panda program, what you can download instead is the Linear 2 program, which does a lot of the same things we just saw. But I have to give you a word of warning. Make sure that you download it from the link below this video because I had to fix a bug in the original program. Again, don't download it elsewhere as there is an error in the program that gives incorrect answers. Make sure you get it from the College Panda site. I even suffix the file name with Panda so you know you have the right one. So what does this Linear 2 program look like? Let's run it, and it gives us this welcome screen, which is kind of annoying, but pressing enter, we get to the main menu. So we can find points, which allows us to find midpoints, endpoints, x-intercepts, and y-intercepts. We can also find a slope from the standard equation of a line and from 2 points. So let's say that we have 2 points. Point 1 is -3, 6, or sorry, -5, 6. And 4, 2 for the second point. And it gives us the slope of the line that passes through those 2 points, which is -4/9. Going back to the main menu, we can also convert 2 points or a point and a slope to slope-intercept form, point-slope form, or standard form. So let's say that we want standard form. Let's say point 1 is 6, -7. And 8, 4, and it gives us a standard form of the line that passes through those 2 points. Now this graphing option is probably something that you won't need on the SAT, so we'll move on to the parallel and perpendicular lines, which we might want to find. So let's say that we want to find a perpendicular line. It's going to ask us for the equation of the original line. So let's say that the y-intercept is -3 and the slope is 5. Then it's going to ask us for the coordinates of a point on the perpendicular line that we're trying to find. Let's say that we have 8, -4. So now it's going to graph the original line and the perpendicular line, and once I press enter again, it's going to tell me what the equations are for the original line and then the perpendicular line. So the equation of the perpendicular line in this case is y equals -0.2x minus 2.4. So let's go back, and that about wraps it up for the Linear 2 program. As you can see, it's pretty powerful. The problem is that it only covers lines. It doesn't do any of the other stuff that you'll find in the College Panda program. But it is free to download, so you should definitely check it out and explore everything that it can do. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. This has been Nelson from the College Panda. Thanks for watching.